Hello, everyone. Today is the 31st of March 2019. I'm Roy Potter, and welcome to this impromptu of the Potter Expositor. A little sip of coffee here while you come in. Yeah, I'm at a different place for breakfast today. I try to get out and, like I say, I'll travel miles for a good breakfast, and this is one. Hello as you come in. I just wanted to mention first off that I'm going to be doing a live stream probably tomorrow morning, Monday, the 1st of April. No, it's not an April Fool's joke. It's just going to work out better for me that way. I might still do one on Tuesday, but I'm definitely going to do one tomorrow morning. But it'll be probably about 7:30 or 8, probably closer to 8 when I do that, 8 a.m. Mountain Time. I'm having some scheduling issues is the reason why. But I wanted to come on for just a couple of minutes here and tell you that, I'm not real happy, and neither should you be. I saw that Trump's lawyer, Giuliani, has said that we can expect some activity on these criminals in the deep state, the FBI and the DOJ. You ready for this? In 6 months. Did you hear what I just said? We can expect that there will be some DOJ, FBI people being involved in criminal charges in 6 months. It's going to take that long with all of the evidence that is out there from Judicial Watch, from Dan Bongino, Chris Farrell and Tom Fitton of Judicial Watch, with all of the information from, and I know some people don't like the American intelligence media, and I don't care. I mean, I don't like NBC, so what? The fact of the matter is that there are people out there that have been giving a lot of information, a lot of evidence, and there's no excuse for this thing not to move faster than that. Politics, maybe, get it closer to the election, in 2020. Maybe. But in the meantime, Americans are sitting here and they're grinding their teeth, they're biting their nails, and they're just furious that these people just can be out there and walk while people like, well, you can name so many people that are having problems. General Flynn, for instance. I could go on and on. They go after these little people and they throw them in jail for days, weeks, months, and years for nothing near what this is. 6 months, they're saying, before we see anything. I hope that's not true, but it wouldn't surprise me one bit. So here we are, and it seems like there's no urgency. There's no urgency as we get flooded in the Midwest, which there's some problems with that. That's happening in Iran too. Isn't that interesting? Iran's getting record flooding, and so is our Midwest. That's kind of odd, don't you think? I'm not going to comment on what I think it is. I'll be called a conspiracy theorist, although that's already true. And then this entire situation with the increasing problem on the border, and still nothing's being done, just nothing but talk, even from the White House. I see some real problems still here, and I'm not sure that we're going to get any satisfaction. And people say, well, immediate satisfaction, isn't really what we need to be about. We need to be long-term. Well, it seems like to me that the deep state just keeps getting stronger and stronger despite all of the evidence against their crimes and their treason and their sedition. Brennan should have been arrested already. You're kidding me. 6 months? Second Amendment thing's still looking not too good. We keep getting promised that we're going to have Second Amendment protections. There's a sheriff in Colorado that's risking arrest rather than enforcing that draconian state's gun laws. Where is our DOJ to protect our rights? Where is President Trump to protect our First and Second Amendments, and not just on college campuses? You know, people wonder why I'm always on his case. Well, it's because of the fact that I don't see anything happening. I hear words. I hear words. I hear talk. God bless him. He's trying. I know he's got a big job in front of him, but man, he's got to get some people that are going to work, take action, and he hasn't got them. So Barr is going to wait for 6 months. If I'm reading Giuliani right, Giuliani's saying that it's going to be 6 months. Ladies and gentlemen, and I'm going to talk about this some more tomorrow, this flooding in the Midwest is serious. You better make sure that you have some food supply, water supply, medical supplies. You know my mantra, prep, pray, stay out of the way. And get that damned AR-15 today if you haven't got it yet. Get it. Because this thing in New Zealand is just a beta test. And already, a guy who refuses to turn over his arms does what? He gets killed by the very government that says it's trying to protect its people. The hypocrisy and the disgusting idiocy of this is just too far to go. And here we are. I mean, the Dems are making no bones about it, and so are the rhinos, that they're going to take your weapons, not just your First Amendment. So along with Kurt Schlichter, Colonel Kurt Schlichter, who says, buy guns and ammunition, I say the same thing. But, of course, they're not going to help you unless somebody in government, competent authority, stands up and supports us in this. There are states, and it's in the news, there are states and counties that are sanctuary areas for the First and Second Amendments, particularly the Second Amendment. Those places aren't making it in the news much, and they're very, very brave to do this. But the force of the big state is a real problem, and I'm not certain that I have a whole lot of confidence in. I'm looking pretty good right now. I'm not sure that I have any confidence in police or military. I wish I could say I do. I just, they've been yes people, thinking that what their bosses tell them is the constitutional thing. They're just going to do their job. I hope it doesn't turn out that way. I hope they're more like the sheriff in Colorado. And I've seen some in Washington State and elsewhere, but they're few and far between. Okay, well, that's all I got for this morning. We'll talk again tomorrow morning, probably about 8 a.m. Mountain Time, somewhere there, maybe 7:30, because I have some special information I want to put out tomorrow. I don't want to do it today. So, but this mention that we can see some criminal action against the DOJ and FBI criminals in 6 months sounds to me like an absurdity. It almost, you can bet. I mean, look what they did to that family in Arizona. Their kid was sick. It had a fever of 100 degrees. It was not a big deal with a kid. And the fever broke, and they didn't take him to the hospital like the doctor wanted them to, and the damn SWAT team raids him at gunpoint. But not Comey. They won't go after Comey that way. They won't go after Clapper and Brennan and Loretta Lynch and these other people, but they'll do it to the little people. Do you see what I'm saying? This is an absurdity. No, the AR-15 is not an automatic gun. You don't know what you're talking about. I don't know who said that, but no, it's not. It's a semi. It's no different than a Ruger 1022 semi-automatic 22 long rifle, except it shoots the 223 cartridge. It's not an automatic. It's a semi-automatic. Okay? Okay. Those kind of comments just get me real tired. Thanks everybody for coming. Yes, it's semi-auto. That's exactly right. We're on our own, people. 6 more months before we see any kind of criminal action against these coup plotters and these traitors. What the hell's Trump talking about?